Okay. I need the price to go up. I can't take this anymore. Every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. Every day I check the price, bad price. I can't take this anymore, man. I have overinvested by a lot. It is what it is, but I need the price to go up. Can devs do something?
GM, welcome back to the channel. In this one, a quick market update. We're thinking about the movement into kind of Ethereum season potentially here, as we've got some data suggesting that could be on the cards. Also BTC updates, and we'll look at some other bits as well. So let's just jump straight on in here. Bitcoin unable to breach six figures over this weekend. Lots of watch parties, sadly disappointed. However, we are where we are. There was a nice dip over the weekend. People panicking about a crash, dump, etc. But Bitcoin went from 99 to 95.8. So if that's a crash, that's a pretty good position to be in overall. Obviously, altcoins have been whipsawing about quite a lot here, which is quite interesting. But what we have currently is a bit of a setup. So Cram was pointing this one out that currently you're looking like a daily range somewhere between like high 98s, so kind of this wick high here, and the low being somewhere in the region of 95, 600, which is pretty much the bottom wick there. So in this kind of range here, we are range bound, a 4 hour above 98.8, 98.9, and we're probably going to have a good crack at 100K. But what comes after this potentially is a bit of a blow off through here, and then a pullback. And then that could be quite a catastrophic pullback, if you will, with people shitting their pants. So from the analysis, Crown was stating that typically in the bull market this time round, we've seen retraces of around, on average, 22% for Bitcoin. So say Bitcoin were to actually bust on through the 100K level, goes all the way up to like 120 or something. So moon's up there, 22% correction brings us back down to the actual pocket in here. Around this kind of, some of these lows you can see, there'll probably be a lot of rest and liquidity in here, a lot of longs to be rinsed. Somewhere around like 87, 88K, maybe even a little bit lower on a wick. So interesting, be positioned for that, be ready for whipsaw action to take place. But what do we have here on the menu? We have potentially Michael Saylor stating he's going to buy some more. We know he had like $3 billion good to go, so potentially that starts being added to the market today, and he tweeted, "We need more green dots on SaylorTracker.com." So he is literally buying the top forever, and he cannot be stopped at this moment in time. Cato Analytics here. So Pump Fun at the lowest sentiment reading it's ever had. The odds on Polymarket are something like 90 odd % that this gets shut down. So there's been some weird and wacky shit over here. So the kind of quant Gen Z kids, he's ushered in a new wave of people who are seeing the ability to grift money from Pump Fun. So this is some of the weird shit that's been occurring on here. Top left, we have a guy who was eating dog food, eating shit on stream to pump the token. We have then to the right, a guy stating he would take his girlfriend's bra off at 25K market cap, panties off at 100K. You've got Dev has no anus, a guy with a colostomy bag trying to pump tokens, and then a guy about to shoot a fish on a live stream as well. So this has been pretty weird and wacky to see. And I tweeted this is literally the beginning of the end. So not in like a majorly nasty way, but when you have little peckers like Jack Doherty posting pictures of $100 bills, the kid looks about 13, Rolex watches, etc., the king of meme coins has awakened. This is obviously like, we're going into the end part of the markets, in my opinion, the kind of froth, which can last for multiple months, yes, but we are no longer early, obviously, and you're in the period where the most gains can be made, but the kind of duration of the market cycle left is going to be shortened. So beginning of the end, it's party time, we're at the party, it's 11 p.m, nothing good happens after 2 a.m, but don't be here when the cat plate goes round and people get into K-holes and they lose all their money. So potentially what we're seeing is a move on Ethereum. So it's actually looking pretty good. This is a weekly time frame that Donald posted, and he's saying a little bit more, and we'll actually get a breakout on this, filling out the kind of ascending triangle here. And at some point, yeah, ETH likely does have a nice move. Maybe that will be starting sooner rather than later. We'll have to see, but Sol ETH is actually down. So ETH showing some strength. ETH, the asset itself as well. This is the 4 hour chart. Looks pretty good here also. Some key levels just above. So ETH not looking too bad whatsoever. And as he states, like, if this does break out, you're going to have more of an ETH season. There's going to be altcoins on Ethereum really starting to move, because if their base pair asset starts to move, you know, it pulls them up alongside with it. So ETH season, the ETH meme portfolio is, for me, 70% MOG, 30% Kekec. And the thesis behind the ETH meme season is the fact that the majority of capital is on ETH mainnets. There's the most money there. And so the whales over there can push these tokens a lot higher. There's also not really a pump fund that's taken off over there. Yes, there was Vista, but there is less overall memes on ETH mainnets, less established plays. And so I think you'll see a move into these and big moves. MOG's up quite a lot. We'll look at the chart in just a sec, but just to highlight the point here, stablecoin market cap is 190 billion, a new all-time high. So 2022, we peaked out around 188. We're now broken that 190 bill of stablecoins. That is coins on chain, i.e. USDT, USDC, that can come and buy your bags. If you then break that down via chain, you can see the biggest chain via stablecoins is Ethereum, $101 billion on there. Solana just has 4.6. So that just put things into perspective from an on-chain environment point of view. A lot more capital on ETH to pump the damn bags. Now, both of these coins have great units bias. MOG coin here, this is the daily chart of MOG. As you can see, it is pretty much at its all-time highs. And from that daily chart, it's not a daily chart that you want to fade. This thing is going to go a lot higher. It is a culture coin, and it does make serious noise on the timeline. And once this breaks out, you're going to see a lot of people become MOGers, and it kind of has that deep cultural enshrinement now with people using the term MOG to be MOGed, etc. Then we have Kekec here as well. These guys have been smashing it on social media. TikTok account is up. The Instagram account is doing really well. They have a YouTube account that's going to go live, I believe, this next week. And this has just been following a very nice downtrend here, which will eventually break to the upside, in my humble opinion, not financial advice. And flute time will be soon. This is back to a very nice entry point. We actually highlighted this like a month ago, that if it did come back to 24 mil, that kind of region here, previous highs, it'll be time to add. I have personally added some more to this bag just this morning as well. So Kekec, flute time, the Balkan dwarf, I believe that will supersend at some point. Just a 23 mil market cap. Look at some of the shit on Sol that's flying. You have things at multiples, hundreds of millions and multiple billions of dollars. So if we do get a proper follow through with an ETH season here, you're going to see some major beneficiaries from them, in my opinion, not financial advice again. Anyway, that is all from today. I hope you enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.